Okay, and welcome to part 3 of getting to know your Microsoft Word. In this section, we're going to talk all about tasks found in the Insert tab. So I've already clicked on the ribbon that opens up the Insert, and you can see that there's all sorts of really cool functions up here. The first one is going to ask me to insert a picture of my favorite animal. Well, right now I don't have a picture of my favorite animal, so I'm going to go real fast to Google and find myself a real quick picture of a snow leopard. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at all the pretty pictures. I'm really just going to pick one of the first ones I find. View image, right-click on the image, save image as, or yours might say save picture as. Make sure I put it on the desktop so I know where to find it. Click save, and I'm going to go back to my Word document. And now, I'm going to give myself a little bit of space just to make it look nicer. And then I can go up to pictures, and I'm going to go back to desktop because that's where I saved it. There's my picture of the snow leopard. I select it, and all I have to do is hit insert. And you'll see that it's put it in my Word document. Now I can change the size if I need to. Maybe if I want to make it smaller, need to make it bigger, I can do that. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of put a small one in there. The next thing it's going to ask me to do right here is to insert a circle. Now with Microsoft Word, I can insert various shapes. Again, I'm going to go to the Insert tab, go right over to Shapes, and if I click this little down arrow, it's actually going to give me a bunch of different shapes. I want a basic shape, so I just want a circle. So I'm going to select the circle, come here, and I can draw myself a circle if I would like. Once I'm done with it, I can move it into place. You could also make it so that it's empty. I could fill it in with various colors. I can do whatever I want. In this case, I just want an empty circle. The next thing it's going to ask is to insert a clip art picture about baseball. The easiest way to do this is to go back to our Insert tab, go to Online Pictures, and I'm just going to type in baseball clip art. And you'll see it's going to give me a bunch of animated things about baseball. Now, clip art are not real pictures. They are just like this. They're usually cartoons or some sort of animated picture based on what you've typed in. So I'm going to take this little picture guy here. I'm going to select him and insert it in. Now you see it's really, really big and it pushes all my words all over the place. So what I want to do is I'm going to resize it to make it really nice and small. And then what I want is I want my text to go around it. And so you'll see this little thing here, and that changes the layout options. If I click it, I can put it in line, which means it's just going to put it behind the word, or I can wrap my text around it. Now the directions say to wrap the text heading to type. So I click right here, I'm going to move it to type, and you can see it kind of moved things all over the place. But that's okay. I can change that pretty easily by coming here to my last items and moving those down. So now my clip art appears literally in the middle of my text, which is what I'm looking for. The next thing is to insert a 6x4 table. Now to do that, I'm going to go to the Insert tab and you'll see where it says Table. Tables are really good to organize different types of information. You'll see a lot more of it in Excel, but every once in a while it's not a bad thing to have inside of a Word document. So I click Table, I can go to this little arrow, and I could count it out, and I could go 4 down and 6 over, just like it asks. I could insert a table, and it will ask me what do I want, and I could go 6 and 4. But the easiest way to do it is just to make one real fast. So here's my 6x4 table. I click it, and it automatically puts it in. So again, this would be like if I want to put some headings in or keep track of some different things. It's a really good way to keep track of different types of information. The next one is to insert a hyperlink. And I want to turn this exact sentence into a hyperlink to the DM Schools homepage. To do that, I can highlight it, go back to the Insert tab, and you'll see all the way over where it says hyperlink. I'm going to click it. Now here at the bottom, it's going to ask for what address do you want to make it linked to. Now we know that the Des Moines Schools website is at dmschools.org. Then I click OK. And you'll see that it is turned blue and underlined. That is kind of the universal symbol for a hyperlink, which means if I'm in this Word document, I can go straight to the Des Moines Schools website just by holding Control and clicking it. We don't worry about that. Well, most of the time it's going to work. For your purposes, it'll be just fine. The last step is to insert a header and then type in your name. A header is a piece of, or a little space up here that will exist on every page that you type, and it's usually a good spot to put your name. So I'm going to come up here to where it says header, select it, and I'm just going to get a blank one. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Come up here, and I'm going to type my name into the box. To get out of it, I can double click back in, and you'll see that this exists now. I can't change it unless I edit the header, and then it's also going to show up on every single page that I have. And that concludes the Insert tab.